Yo, third stream in 24 hours, I think. Yeah, I had to delete the stream from last night. I came on for like 3 hours after having an edible, which doesn't totally relevant fact, but um, my keyboard shortcuts ended up doxing me. I showed some work I probably shouldn't have. It was good. It was a great stream. Internet went down halfway through for about 20 minutes, so I think I was just talking to myself for a while. YouTube stream doesn't pick back up when you lose connection, although Twitch does. Yeah. So, kind of a bummer. There was some productivity had. Um, I'm doing a lot of roughing things out right now. I built this whole anchor nav system, which I think is kind of nice. I don't think the design's fully there. I just hate centerline copy. I might end up eating my words on this. But yeah, that's kind of built this. I think I'm at a point now where I'm just trying to establish different conventions to use across the site. And then, so if I'm trying to get the site out as fast as I can, I'm trying to just get things done and like check things off. So it's like anchor nav system, like check. Content framework, check. Like, are there half of it's just like creating divs and naming them and like kind of knowing where I want things to go, and then I can always restyle them. But there's enough properly named divs proliferated where they need to be for that change to be effective, I guess. Um, yeah, I like it right down the middle. It's kind of a dumb thing, but then it fades. Ah, I wonder if I need to adjust that just a touch. That would be the in. New music Friday. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some tunes on. Again, I was saying it last night. I didn't have a chance to figure out how to split the audio for the VOD, so I can play music in here. And it's wild. Like streamers now are just don't care. Like, um, they're playing full DMCA music and no fucks given. So, yeah. And last night I was trying sort of talking less, being more productive. I think before yesterday's morning stream, I was kind of just like rambling and floating around. Um, I don't know if it's 37.5, but yeah. So I didn't really get much done, and I'm kind of at a point where I like really need to get a lot of stuff done. Uh-oh. How is that no different? How did I make it not? It's like if you get in this weird like nether realm. 'Cause I think there's like something with the offsets being like messing with each other. 15 plus 5. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free. I'm just gonna kind of be um, jamming and rambling. And it's all here. So this transition, yeah, there's definitely something weird. But that's like the kind of bugs like I really shouldn't be worried about right now. That's such an edge case. It's like, oh, they scroll to here, but then they scroll back down. Like, nah, you have to go. Yeah, whatever. And learned a couple things about having to force certain colors, like for pagination on the blog. Um, I want something that's a bit more structured. Don't pay any attention to design. Um, yeah, like having to force these on, uh, regardless of the amount of pages, because it tries to hide like the previous if you don't have previous, but if you have like a very rigid design like this, it's not preferred. So just kind of like force those on, finding out what the classes are through the inspector. Yeah, but this design's just a mess. Images don't stretch, but I'm not worrying about that. About page. See if I can find something that's like more interesting to do. I mean, the merch page, that's pretty low priority. Blogs figured out. Cart. I mean, cart's just like styling. I don't know if that's of interest. Feel free to cast a vote for what page to go to next. You also want to figure out like a system for bringing in weird shit. I brought in my custom scroller from my site, and sort of standardized. Oh, that's what I need to do. So on the boards page, this is pulling from the CMS. So that's one thing I want to do too, is just start, as I'm building out these elements, just and to start tying into the CMS. It'll make my life a lot easier. This would be boards? Oh no, this would be 20. This is something I'll have to keep updating every time, which is slightly annoying, but everything that's tagged fall 2022. So the idea is we're gonna have like drops, basically. We still have to figure out how exactly it works, whether there's gonna be like your like evergreen boards that are always around, but he wants to move like seasonal models through, try and keep moving. He doesn't like staying stagnant either. Oh. Strange shit coming out. Ooh. Some more of that Griselda. Conway the Machine. Definitely Dan Farrow put me onto that. You see the alignment definitely bothers me. Yeah, another thing I gotta sort out. I mean, so I broke it here by pulling in. Oh, why did I break that? Something happened. Oh, it should be. Yeah, there's like some condensing going on. So I need to find out like why these alignments. Should probably just let go of them. It was nice, like these lines were splitting each of the characters very evenly. I think it's just a max width or min width type of shit. Yeah, see, min width 25, which it shouldn't be. It should be 98 divided by 4, 24.5. Boom. A little math in the morning. Coffee might be working. Yeah. I guess I never thought about that. I could always move things a little bit, keep it on this grid. But then, yeah, I have this like bouncing edge. It's kind of annoying because this is aligned to this. But if I want these grid lines to pass through each character, that means I need this. Because if you look at it, this is like a gutter. Half that's going to have to be here if it's going to be fully consistent. And if I cheat it in, like it's not going to be right. I mean, I guess it could. I just need to do that. This needs to be 96. 6. So then 96 divided by 4 is 24. This gonna work? No. You can see right here, it's just not here. I don't think there's a way to do it. Like that bothers me. So I gotta pick what bothers me less. Like a bouncing left and right edge, or and like stuff going beyond the edge, or having this sort of like alignment. I just think it's like such a I don't know. Yeah. Hey John, hope you're doing good. Hey, morning, Sebastian. Or evening, wherever you are. What type of font scaling do you use for Webflow? Timothy Rick's Wizardry with M's, or do you use V with? Um, I saw he had like a full system for it. I haven't actually taken a look at it. I probably need to. I've I do a mix. I definitely don't use I use M units for line height with most things calculated off view width. Um, M units seem to be the most consistent across um across for like line height or letter spacing. I found it just seems to scale better. There's like less additional inputs. Like I'm having to modify fonts less as they like let's say it's like a full width headline. Like let's say this dank is live type. I found I have to do less modifications with letter spacing and line height if I use M units if versus view width. I don't know why. There's probably some mathematical reason why of like how M units is using the view width calculation as the basis for it, so it's always relative to that value versus having the width relative having the letter spacing relative to the width. It seems like they should come out with the same numbers. It doesn't seem like they do. I'm not I'm not a mathematician. But there are some things like the smaller stuff, like I'll just go ahead and specify like in pixels. So it's kind of a mix and match. And I think this is where I need to do a little bit more. Like probably one of the bigger things I've learned is just like sticking to naming conventions for classes. And it's just like establishing these systems that you can use and scale and create organization versus like being hamstrung by systems created, which I think sometimes I do. I have two problems. I think I get my hands tied with systems I create being like I'm trying to stay within the system, which kind of limits creativity. Or I've created a system that can't properly scale, and I find myself in this mode of like I literally can't keep going within this system I created. So then I break it, and then I have two systems that are living side by side, and it's just chaos. Like, it's not good. Um, so I think like stuff like that, I definitely want to kind of iron out a little bit. Um, if that makes some sense. Um, I see this double line kind of sucks. But yeah, great question. That's something I've definitely spent a lot of time trying, retrying. I can't promise it'll work the best for everyone, but yeah, I think like headlines in larger type, super important to do responsive units, whatever it is, um, view width, or There's another one in there. Like I don't really use rem, although I keep seeing developers using rem, so I'm of the belief that's probably the best. I don't know what ch is. Anyone know ch units? Webflow ch unit. What are you? It's the width of the character in the current font size. It allows to specify a width for a column of content to be equal to an ideal number of characters. That's interesting. I don't know how I'd use that, but it's cool. Um, I had a purpose for being here. Oh, it was copying the products. Um, this is the intro. This is like I started creating stuff last night, and I don't know if I have a full system for subsection media, which is here. But see, is this subsection intro? I think it is. And it's on 5 other pages. What? I hardly knew I had 5 other pages. And if anyone out there is bored of Webflow, I apologize. This is just stuff I need to get done. It's all this. Yeah, div block 10. I will move on from Webflow, I promise. C subsection intro. Something I did start realizing last night is like I made almost exactly what I have on my store. There's like a permanent thing on the left, and then like each of the subheads scroll through here. So this has to change. I want to mix it up. That's how this thing got in the middle. It was like I've got a project with them. I mean, the Ahsoka project's got them at the bottom. I've had them on the left. There's so many ways you can skin a cat with web, but nice little, I don't know. I'm going brutalist, like what's more brutal than putting a navigation fix right in the middle of all the content? What I think is nice is that it resolves in this sort of card state. So it's something that's there with you the whole time. It's hitting you with the content of the page and then like contextual actions. I want to do like weird like illustrations and shit like that down here. I think it could be a lot of fun. Yeah. It's just weird that no, it's not weird. Never mind. Say the interactions don't preview on scroll. Would be nice, but it'd be hard to modify things. So still a little systemizing. Let's get. Oh, one thing I do need. I need a link to each section. C subsection text block. No, I have a link down. Should have a link. Right on the homepage. Uh-oh. I think I'm boring everyone with my Webflow rambling. I can only stomach one session of it. All right. I don't blame you. I'll have a link up there, but then I'll also have a link down here. You go to a detail page. Be interesting to have like a view all. I like put another column over here. Because like, would you rather route people through those sections or have them just click into? This is what I was talking about last night too, of like, I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just don't know how. Of when like an anchor link becomes active, current, I think it's what it's called. Like you can't trigger certain animations as far as I know. Webflow use current trigger and here we go. Create one page animations to trigger each line in the set. Yep, there's the problem. Talking about that last night too. You technically fake it if you set everything to percentages. Then you have to have like each section is always like 90 view height, which if it's a very simple site is easy, but yeah, such a pain in the ass to manage. That's something I try and do is a lot of just like flexible systems for anything I set up, like stuff like this, where I know it's going to be on multiple pages. Like I don't even bother setting up systems that can't scale. Like I don't. I've tried it. I just wanted to burn down my website. Um, but I really don't know of a way to do it. There's got to be like a way to. I know Ari did it actually because he faked it. So on my site when I used to have, I don't think I even have them anymore. Anchorlink. Um, he was able to calculate the position and trigger certain like different classes. There's a way to do it for sure. It's just I don't know if I know how. Because it'd be nice to have like some sort of link. That or maybe I just do it anyways. Let's see what this looks like. Oh. Um, horizontal. Um, uh-oh, that's not what I want. This one. But what if I do? Oh, I hate the arrows in this font. It's garbage. Um, it's kind of proof of concept type stuff. Fuck. So it's not, the line height's not matching. And I just copied and pasted it all these times. Which is fine. It's just like I need to make this a different class. This is like arrow. I still need to name this. Sal, you getting anxiety over text block number 9? 3 streams in 2 days. Yeah, man. I was telling earlier I had to delete the previous stream because I doxed myself with keyboard shortcut. I think it's doxing. You know, whatever. So yeah, that was fun. I had to go ahead and scrap that one. This is being all sorts of weird right now. But yeah, 3 streams, 2 days. I wouldn't say get terribly used to it. I'm just trying to be productive. Like I have something I could finally show on stream. Um, I will be back more often. But uh-oh. I don't know what to. Let's see, why is this doing this? Needs like one more? No. Maybe? 1, 2, 3. That's 7. Clearly the height's not right. That's why. I don't know if this is like too messy. So what I could do, I think there's a way to do this. It's almost like I need to create. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a pain. So this is where I want to like do this stuff up front. I'm going to copy this across different pages. Like if I have to restructure all of these to have the mark or to have these links within a div within this with this in another div. Yeah, if I had to do that every time, I guess it's not that bad because I don't have too many places to proliferate it, but definitely something I want to think through. Fuck it, let's do it. I think this would be helpful. So I actually want to make this. Yeah. Convert to div block. Div C sticky anchor. Are you using Unicode arrows or SVG? If you're leveraging Unicode, then that is rude. Very clever. Never thought of that. Yeah, I think it's Unicode right now. I mean, for my site, I have a specific character for that, which I think is based on Unicode. I try not to use SVGs. I mean, I do it. I just, if it's built into the font, that's my preference. I'm fucking this all up. It's gonna look like shit for a minute. Is okay. So link block. So this needs to go to section 2022. I don't know how well this is actually gonna work. That's okay, because all the width is calculated off of this. I may have made a huge mistake. Of arrow. And so this will go to whatever page. See, this is gonna have to like link out to collection pages, so I'm gonna have to like hard code this. This would be, I think it's dot, no, I think it's just slash category slash 20 FW 2022. I think this is gonna work. Oh. Okay. I really hope this becomes worth it. Otherwise, I'm reverting to a backup. I'm not redoing this shit. Like undoing it. Then I can't leave this page, so I still have the history. I don't know how people out there like, operate with. I don't know. I guess there's like Figma. Being able to operate without history. I don't know. especially Lightroom, like being able to walk back edits. Like that's something in Capture One I just was like, this sucks. Like, how do you not have this? Let's hide this for now. The arrow width, we're probably going to specify pixel values. So the anchor will have 4 pixel. So the anchor, we're gonna flexbox red. And then if we have the width of 19, we can negative margin 19. Might need to be 20. Get rid of that. Although I can't understand why this is sitting left. Height, let's not fuck with that. Oh, there we go. So this marquee actually probably sit on top. Ah, fuck. So we need another containing div. Really fucking this one up, huh? Be here all day. This is where like doing this kind of shit just gives you anxiety, or gives me anxiety. I won't speak for anyone else. Like, why did I do this? I had it fully functioning and I just like tore it apart. The idea, let's just do a proof of concept. Mouse hover, start an animation. Anchor link, hover on. So we want this. Hide show, initial state. Let's start with hidden. Duplicate, show it. I mean, we can get. Thinking about like you stagger it. No, this actually has a combo class to it. So if I do opacity, target. Oh no, so it already has it. So this is where combo classes are helpful. So if I make any changes to text block 9, it'll inherit the style of it, but everything from an animation perspective is being applied to the combo class. Maybe that's super obvious to everyone, but I just, I'm easily amused and entertained. Hide show 0. So we also want, I think, scale. Let's do scale shifting and stretching and all that shit is kind of, I guess, the MO. Whatever. 1. Nice. Oh, it's because it's happening before. So it's going from the middle, which is useless. But it is. This needs to happen like way faster. 2.5. Okay. You can see it's going from the middle. I just have to change the transform origin. What typeface is the dank make mark based off of? That is a good question. I don't know if I have that answer on hand. It's pretty heavily, it's like very similar to the original. It's like, let's see, is this gonna work? Probably not. Get ready for the stream to shut down in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it still works. Yeah, so I mean, this is more or less like the original. So I got into the business of adding thickness to it, which then meant I had to modify some of the spacing. Um, I mean, honestly, so showing this yesterday of like looking at modifying the different characteristics because I think like if it's a usable font, like they're not thinking about it as a word mark, so the D felt a little detached from, didn't have like any of the step characteristics. Um, where's the original D? Huh. Um, like that's the original one. I'm all for that, but there was a little dissonance, or not dissonance, like disconnect. Um, I did like removing this part of the A, but I got feedback from multiple people that it didn't read that well. I agree. It's not totally clear, but at the same time, like I don't think that's a stretch. But again, I was talking about this yesterday. Like branding's not one of those places you want to start like getting overly complicated. Otherwise, your shit looks like my personal projects that are just like I don't think anyone knows what's going on. Yeah, if I find it, so I'll definitely let you know. I want to give the proper props to whoever made this. Is that? Is it? MBF Astronomus. That's the font. Yeah, this is live type. Yo, cool font. Also, was talking about. I mean, I think there's been a lot of jokes made about it, but like entry level designer, you start with DeFont, and then you go to all these like crazy. You try and be like more refined and go to like nice fonts, but then now that I'm coming back, it's like back to DeFont. I'm on DeFont all the time. There's just so much character with shit in there. It's just like people aren't afraid to just do whatever, and you have to sift through a lot of shit because a lot of people also don't know how to break the rules. But some people either they know how to do it or they just Mr. Magoo their way into a nice little font. So I'm here for it. I don't know if that one's from DeFont or not. Probably not. Can't remember. I don't remember where I get most of my fonts. So transform origin. I do need to set the off. Set this to class. Every sticky anchor. I think I also need to reset the active as well. And I'll never set a hover state. It's fun. See the struggle bus has arrived in full force. Yes, so. The bus is always parked right here, man. You guys ever want to feel better about yourself? Like, tell a friend, come on in. Uh, it's kind of my thing. The full struggle. And like, I really think I need to like, add another div structure here. I don't do. See, or I could do negative margins. No, you know what? I'll leave it. I'll have this be like an amendment. Because if you don't hover over anything, there's nothing there. Okay, I've talked myself out of it. But yeah, this font is Unicode. Like, what the fuck? One thing I started to do too is match line height to whatever the height of the cell is. That's one way of centering it. Uh-oh, too far. Kind of works. Happy Dank was the final choice. Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm fine. Like that was my first recommendation to him. I mean, I think I showed it yesterday, but like the alternate brand was like, all right, like, you know, if you want to start fresh, I don't know if that's the best idea, but I mean, I'm here for it. We can just make it exactly what we want and start fresh. But yeah, all of like the heritage of the brand, like he's been doing this for 20 years, and there's probably like I don't even know. He's probably got like 5,000 boards out in the wild with his name on it. And it's like if you want to justify a higher price, why would you just leave that behind? Doesn't seem like the way to go about it. But it's like he's not used to this stuff, so it's a bit of education and like getting him to come along. That's kind of why I'm going farther ahead on this site is like I want to with this site and this branding is like I just want to make it real for him so he can understand where I'm going with it and what I want to do. Um, wait, no. Sorry. My brain always melts when I look at these stupid things. So I want this to go back to hidden. I think it's basically these. I just have to stagger them properly. Hides last. No initial states here. So it scales. No, it needs to go opacity first. Scale. God. My discover or release radar is full of some trash. Like good people putting out bad music. I don't. Something's in the water this week. No. Yeah, and I know I said I'd do it last time for today, but too much shit going on. I'm gonna try and carve out like an hour, hour and a half to try and get the audio working, um, so I can play music and not get bought for it. Uh, I guess I never added all of these. I gotta, man, see, this is what sucks. Again, it's gonna look very broken. I want to make sure that like I specified the right. I don't think I have it set as initial state, do I? Not. Uh-oh. See, because this whole thing is on a specified height. That's why things are getting all rigged up. Um, but with this, I don't understand why the transform origin is still being. Oh, I never said it. That's why. Hey, it works. I almost wonder if I get rid of the fade and just let the arrow stretch. Like that's, I'm kind of leaning into that effect. Let's just set this to 100. I can't click accurately. Uh, ooh, that's a problem. I don't know if that's going to create confusion also. It's almost like the hierarchy's wrong. Like you don't want. I guess the question is whether I want people to go look at things at a high level or if I want to push them further down the funnel. Which usually it's the latter. Open to input here. If anyone's got any thoughts. Because really, you can make a case for either. The question is, how do I get this to not close? It's almost like I need to artificially expand this cell. So that's part of it. I think that's doable. Kind of a pain that I have to do that, but it's okay. So now active states are not working. I don't have anything set. So we'll just do background black, text white. Because these are all set. Custom boards. I think the other problem is like this is assuming there's going to be additional pages for all of these sections. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. You could have some that don't have it. Yes, it's kind of weird. I'd rather have this functionality available and just turn it off. And then if I figure out a system or if it ends up making sense later, I can bring it back. But why is Nick Cannon in my fucking release radar? What did I do to deserve this? Okay. Oh yeah, you can't see my cursor on this. That's really annoying. Hopefully that doesn't ruin things for you guys. Try and like hover, like create a bunch of like random hover states to trigger where things are. Board models. No, not board font. Oh, retired. Board finder. Board finder. Retired. Sure. So that's what I went with. Tired models. Sometimes I worry about myself. I can't track simple things. So we just want to. I don't. Okay, that was just a weird bug. I was like, why are these things just sticking around? Hey, may I ask what brand of glasses you wear? Yeah, these are Warby Parker. Like the blue light filtering. I don't know if there's anything to it. I don't know if it's placebo effect that I've just bought into it. But yeah, I do like them. And like my eyes, if I don't wear them for a while, my eyes start straining. Again, not fully like committed to the fact that they actually work, but yeah, take that for what you will. Let's do pixel. Oh, I know what the problem is. This is still going off a fixed height. Or it was. Height, yeah, right here. Height. Hmm. If I set the height here. Because I don't know if I want this to stretch. Because if you get into some weird aspect ratios, then you're left with this big thing. I want this to stay as small as possible. I gotta update the numbers on these. New Lupe came out. Not bad. Let's see what we got. I'm a little confused why I'm getting multiple. Can't click it. Yeah, it's pretty janky right now. Height 19. Why is this doing this? That's why. I just want the side, bottom, and then. So what I'll do for this kind of thing is I'll put like a 1 as the combo class, so then the first one has top. I just like why? Oh, 20. There you go. It's starting to get there. So if we set transitions on this as well, I think 200 is good. Animation still feels. It needs to be like a little snappier. On. I'm not doing the opacity shift. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Really, quarter of a second? All it takes? What if we do out quad? That usually speeds things up. Yeah. Add a little easing. Hey, Mario. Looking good. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. It's getting there. It's an interesting idea. It might be trying to do too much, is what my concern is. But only one way to find out. And yeah, this is some of the shit I'd rather find out now than to find out later. This is gonna be to here. I mean, just feel free to like chime in on like if stuff looks like it's too much. or if you have an opinion on things. I'm happy to have dialogue on stuff. I think I just do stuff in a bubble. And I really wonder if it even needs the hover state, if I just leave it for stuff that has links. So this is like your little index for stuff that's everything that's boards. Instead of, yeah, not like off needs to be quick. Yeah, these are all staggered. We're not doing this. That 0.5, it should be like 0.25. In quad. I always do quad. I don't know why. Oh shit. Yeah, that was dumb. I have to have the top line for all of them. It's just uh hmm. This also bothers me. How can it be both? This should be very analog. I think I just have to mess with like spacing and padding and stuff like that. Somehow it's there's negative padding somewhere. Oh, there might be. There's negative margin, not negative padding. You can't do that. The honest site looks awesome. Can you maybe show the actual state like a walkthrough? Yeah. Yeah. Let me. I just want to wrap my head around getting this so it doesn't disappear. And I'll do a walkthrough. There's no site design. Like that's, I guess, maybe the other thing. Um, yeah, I haven't done any design. Like the design I've done is all just like the logo. And from here, I'm sort of roughing things out. I know where I want to take it. I want to kind of get like kind of brutalist-ish, ish. That's a word. Um, and then bring in some character through like a lot of color and just like wild, like, um, I'll pull it up. I was messing around in After Effects yesterday with like how I can do different pixelation techniques. Um, and there's a lot of similarities through my own personal brand, which, I'm I'm okay with. Um, Especially this layout here. Like this is straight from my store, which I do want to change, but like some of these sliders and stuff like that and how I'm animating those, like this is something I'm a partner in. I want to start applying my own personal taste to it, and I've used my site as like a testing ground. Um, wow, After Effects chugging, taking like 30 seconds to fire up. Um, that should look better. Question is there a hover state now? If you do hover state, I'd like to do something interesting. Um, just do like something, just so there's some visual feedback for now. I kind of like that there's no transition on it. I'm debating taking the transition on the fade of like the active. Where is it? Used transition on here. It is. I mean, like the no fade. Uh-oh, kind of fits. Broke something. Did I specify font colors somewhere? Oh, I know what I did. I gotta go into here. So the footer is what's triggering this animation. I think the trigger nav link. Yeah. Like text color. Change target. I think I have to do both. This is so dumb. It's literally like 2 seconds, but it's just obnoxious to me. Because like links don't inherit colors from beyond the link. Like if you set a div like sticky nav, come over here, like if you set sticky nav link with a text color and you have a link within it, it won't inherit that color. You've got to specify the color on that link. I get it, it ladders up to all links, but you'd think there'd be a way to like override that. I don't know. Generally speaking, how do you manage color palettes? Those on Ari's portfolio are great. Ooh, kind of weird. Yeah, I could probably could show that real fast. I do owe a site walkthrough. I'm still gonna do that in a second. I haven't forgotten about you. Let's see. I want to find the one that has like the most colors. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff off the window. I'll pull it up in a second. Maybe, yeah, I'll show this real fast. This will be quick. Sketch, wrong sketch. Sketch, get the right sketch. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the colors were all set through this sort of grid of like, I don't know, it gets to a point where there's not an exact science of it. Sometimes I'll try and create a foundation of colors where like I'll keep someone's fallen. Thank you. I can't read it. So Oryx. Thank you for the follow, man. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to say this as a streamer. If you like the stream, like the stream on YouTube and follow, tell a friend. Feel free to subscribe. But yeah, so I'll do like tangential colors basically. So if I want to create some of these, I'll kind of as a starting point keep like a lot of the characteristics the same except for the hue, and that'll kind of give me some room to play. And like if you start like messing with colors, I don't know if this one's gonna do. Yes, these are different. Because it also bounced between like which one was inheriting that color. So you kind of develop like these wheelhouses of saturation. And like, yeah, different value areas you want to play with. I think that's kind of where it starts getting a bit ambiguous. I mean, even looking at this one, there's different directions I went. I like this one the most personally. Or I didn't like that. There's some that like he just wasn't a fan of, um, which is okay. Some of these I like more than others. Start running out of color combinations, and then it also depends on the asset that's there. So start developing some, and then the asset shifts, and then it's like, oh shit, that doesn't make sense anymore. Yeah. That was the thinking. And like honestly, color grading has helped a lot. Like thinking about like split tones and like what colors work well together. I don't know. That's one of those like things that I really like the cross pollination of like doing my cinematic style photo editing, or at least trying, and then jumping into the design and thinking about it that way. I don't know. I think there's little cues you can take from things. Um, but yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Feel free to ask follow-ups or whatever. Um, Happy to chat about. I could talk about colors all day. I know I cheated in my color theory class. Sorry, Bob. The stoniest instructor of all time. Um, oh, I may have screwed the no. So this is what I was getting into last night. So this is the new class, C sticky anchor. Because of that problem I was talking about, like how I'm setting font colors, I have to do a hard override of C sticky nav. I think this is it. So this is what I found out is like the current, so I can apply custom coding to the current um, item. Let's see if this works. No, I got it backwards somehow. That or I'm not targeting the right class. Let's see. It has to be the wrong class. Maybe I still had it right. Let's see. You can't see, I'm just diving into the inspector right now to see what this parent is. Yeah. Got it right. For sticky nav, active color. This should work. This was working last night. I must have messed something up in the transitions to white. It's not going back. Oh, that's why. Because I updated only one half. Footer. Because I added the additional ones. I think or no, I changed the class name. Sticky nav, text color, change target. It's got to be here. Duplicate. It's also got to be arrow. This is going to send all those back to black, but then I had to hard code the active always being white. And there shouldn't be an active state in the footer, so it doesn't get weird. At least with the current design, it's not. If I want to have that. Yeah, there you go. Just the marquee is not swapping. Guess we should do that too. What's going on with my layers? It's definitely strange. Change target. marquee. So this is not what I want. I believe this has its own. Oh, also, if you like select a layer, but then want to change the target of something and you already have it selected, it won't let you do it. Ton of sense. The marquee, duplicate, change this to white. Go. Wait, I can just do it this way. Duplicate. Change target. No. Target. See marquee sticky. So that's where the combo class is going to be targeted. Might work. Yeah, it's happening a little late. Put it all at once. I don't know if I just like get rid of the duration or just shorten it. Could just make it instant. You see there's still a flashing. Huh. See, now the offset's all fucked up. Whatever. Cover state's a little too dark. Yeah, let me just do this one last thing and I'll do a walkthrough. There's not a ton to show, but cover a little bit lighter. Just enough to see it. And so this is, I think it's getting somewhere interesting. I don't wonder if I do like a low, do like one of those patterns, like this Photoshop stock patterns. Sorry if that was loud. Time is it? 8:20. You got another like 25 minutes. So if you got questions, definitely feel free to tag me with them. Oh yeah, I opened up After Effects. That's probably why things are going so slow. I'll show After Effects stuff another stream. It'd be fun to think about like the content and media that goes into this. Sorry. Image size. You can't see this 1 second. See if I can switch. Yeah. Photoshop. Oh, it doesn't like doing this. Shows like one little window, I think. Yeah. Is that useful? Cool. Better? Not really. Zoom way the hell in 3200%. If you do new layer or new fill, wait, where is it? New fill layer pattern. Okay. Oh, they like changed all these? What happened to the OG? And default patterns. Yes. Ah, these are the default. Why are trees the fucking... default. I want to see if I still have somewhere in the resources folder rock patterns. Let me see if I can find this. I have like a deep folder somewhere of in like my design resources with like Photoshop patterns, I think. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Textures, fonts, Photoshop extensions. Cursors. I don't have it. Go back to Chrome real fast. Photoshop line patterns. Default. Legacy gradients, patterns. This is all I'm seeing are these stupid fucking trees and stuff. Like, who cares? Oh, legacy patterns and more. Did I really just miss that? It's not there. Great, they upgraded. Yes, anyone know how to get the legacy patterns back in Photoshop? Let's see, Photoshop legacy pattern. Guess I can make my own. Whatever. I wouldn't do this. This might not really work. I don't think the spacing's actually even. Sure the width is right, 120. Yeah, this could work. I want 4. I think it's gonna be too many dots. Like me, it's a little too dense. No way, is this 4 also? Oh man, this might actually work. Say, uh, oh, I was in Photoshop and you couldn't see anything. Tyler, the smart ass comments. When is Comic Sans okay? When isn't Comic Sans okay? You want that handwritten feeling? Do it. I expect to see Sinmin rocking Comic Sans any day now, right? So I want to try hover instead of this. Use an image, upload. So this is what I was, yeah, I don't think you could see me actually making it. It's okay. We want it patterned 10 pixels. Uh, Not fixed. Why are you being difficult? Oh, interesting. Do 50%. When I say 50, I mean 30 pixels. I don't know if this is too distracting. It's okay. Let's make it hard to read. I don't know if I can do opacities on the background though. Hey, you can't do opacities of a background image. Webflow. I wonder if I hard code it. I don't know. I think I'll leave it for now. Something like, because the classes are all specified, I can just come back and modify it. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Nope. Hey, look out. Gotta map my buttons properly. Yeah, so this is what I was making in Photoshop. Like, if you want to replay, basically drew pixels, measured it out. It had, like, this was just dumb luck, the fact that I got it right. 4 pixel squares, 8 pixel gap, 120 pixel canvas, and then 4 pixel spacing, and then offset, merge, duplicate, duplicate, merge, duplicate. And I could probably trim this down to, I mean, technically I could probably do, if I want to get image size down. Fuck, not that pixel. Like this. Should work? No. Doesn't, no. No, I'm just, Nope, I'm gonna try it. I don't need it. The image is already, how small is it? It is 561 bytes, actually. That's kind of bad. What if I do, for what it is, it should be a lot smaller. 60 is not the right answer either. No, actually, this should not work as a repeatable pattern. Oh no, there it is. I mean, really, it should be. Like, did I just get lucky? I don't know. I'm just not gonna worry about this right now. Tonio, yo, how you doing? Maybe time for, I only got half hour, 20 minutes, half hour left. Anything you want to like talk about website stuff? I guess for my quick little walkthrough, um, I'll publish it. I'm trying to just get something that's click throughable. So I can get Mr. Danny Boy a link and he can see where things are. give some feedback, um, or just see like where I want to take things. This is very rough, so I don't know. I didn't think I did that much work. Guess there's a lot to upload. Probably with the stream. Yeah. It's time to kill. It's like the amount of time I've probably spent waiting for things to publish. Oh yeah, you can't even see that. That's cool. Good. Um, um, let me just get back to this real quick. It is finished uploading, which is good. Um, yeah, whatever, I'll do that. Finish that later. We got our wacky scale shift stuff going on. I've got horizontal scroll, not that. I don't know why that's so faint. I think it's those CTAs actually. One way I kind of find out is with the inspector. I just start deleting stuff. But there are multiple instances of this. So I'm just looking at the inspector right now, which I wish I could show multiple screens. Width, let's just do 50 view width for now. I'll just like really knock things down. But it's not that causing it. A lot of marquees. I don't know where that scroll over is happening, but it's kind of bothering me a little bit. So it's like somewhere between design and wire, like rough wireframes. I want this to be like very much kind of like a brutalist style. Um, that's not. Oh, the hover of an active state. That's. Huh. I wonder if I could fix that with blend modes. So this hover, blend mode multiply. Why is it not showing up though? Maybe it's not going to fix it. Because that would basically negate this effect. This is what it should be. I think if I made it like a transparent PNG and was able to get the size small enough, it basically wouldn't affect this at all. And I won't have to worry about blend modes. Hover. Don't need that. It's not working. Guess that's the perk of making my own patterns. I just have this shit ready. Transparent PNG is smaller than the GIF, which is very strange. Choose image, upload. So now it doesn't fuck with that. Yeah, I gotta figure that out somehow. Because I don't want links here. Yeah, I'll figure that out. I don't think it'll be too hard. But yeah, so there's just gonna be like a board section, which is what this is. It's gonna have like current models. I don't think this links to any product detail page yet. Working through the product page, just having kind of this big singular moment, and then making these large as possible. I think there's gonna have to be like a light box of some sort to show full imagery. I want to try something where it's just like you click on it and it expands over or something, and it becomes like this scales down into something small, but then the image is like full screen. So you could like fuck with what's it called? Basically like control the viewport. It's gonna probably more hassle than it's worth because I'm probably gonna have to make it responsive and create multiple interactions per breakpoint. Which maybe that's something that's like a nice to have at some point. But what does need to start happening is like proliferating this sticky navigation. I think it's at a point now where structure's there, so if I copy it, it's not the end of the world. If I need to make changes. See logo detail. This should be off. Don't want that. Looking at like different. Let's see if I can bring it back. Nope, it's not it. I was looking at like doing half and then having this clear, but it just doesn't make sense. I want to work with this as a structure, so yeah. But you can see it already created problems. Got to figure this one out. So I need to figure out the content for this page. It's probably going to be a lot of symbols. But yeah, I think like this has potential. See, I don't have the arrows for that. It's getting there. What time? I might need a balance actually. I gotta get caught up on some stuff, but I think this kind of like this like 8-bit brutalist look is kind of coming together a little bit. Yeah, there's nothing linked on this page, but yeah, it's gonna be a merch page, about page. We kind of have a rough home page. I think the structure's there. I mean, some of this stuff is super broken still. Yeah, some very broken stuff, but this is kind of like the beginning phases of like get something out there and then make it better. But I also don't want to like make a ton of additional work having to like backtrack, redo a bunch of stuff. So, what's your opinion about Pangram? I think they're great. This is the one that was done by Locomotive, right? Yeah. I mean, there's so many little things that Locomotive does that just says Locomotive to me. It's all really good. But it's like, you can spot a Locomotive site from a little ways away. I don't know they did. Oh, their fonts used. New World. Hmm. Yeah, but I think their business model is great of making fonts more accessible. Um, like their designer pack is great if you haven't picked that up. Yeah, the starter pack. Um, yeah, 29 bucks for all these fonts. I think it's good on them for making, because you think about like who needs to have access to these fonts. Like if designers can't afford it, then they can't put it in their comps, which then gets sold through to a client who's they're going to be the ones who are going to come back and buy the license. So it kind of becomes more about like have to be able to enforce the licenses and make sure that that stuff's not being taken advantage of. But I'm sure they're going to see so many more sales off of this from designers being able to use it. I've noticed too, like a lot of trials are like fully functioning. I think it's just like free trials for some really good fonts I found. Um, and like I'm not gonna embed those fonts. I'm not gonna go rogue like that. But for me, it's great to be able to have access to all these fonts and then be able to sell them through for a site. Um, so good on them for kind of like changing. There's probably other people who have been doing it, but as like a serious foundry, they're one of the few who I've found that do this. Did it really open up a new window? Weird. But this is like this is where I love to get the Jw.S specimen. It's still a work in progress. But yeah, they did a really nice job with this. Seaport. I don't know if I knew about. The fuck is my music? God. Rival consoles. I don't know what you're doing. You're working with the wrong people, my man. Ooh, that's. I thought that was like a satirical techno song. It is so bad. I'm usually a big Rival Consoles fan. Cascade songs? Trash? What's going on? I'm done complaining. Yeah, thank you everyone came through again. Another morning stream. I don't know when I'll be back. Um, maybe this weekend at some point. I need to get back to this. I need to get the Ahsoka site. We're trying to figure out like a launch day, like Saturday meeting, talk about content for a couple hours. Um, that one's, yeah. I think they're announcing the launch date today. I had to be the buzzkill and be like, "Hey, yo, we haven't confirmed this timeline yet." So, um, which is always worrisome. And I have to be like the canary in the coal mine or whatever, the alarmist and say the sky's falling. It's not falling. It's just like, hey, we gotta make sure we agree on all this stuff um before we commit to dates, because I empathize with developers. They always kind of get the short end of the stick. And now that I'm a developer, I'm on the receiving end of said short stick. That sounds terrible, but I already said it, so what am I gonna do about it now? Um, I gotta go. Thank you again, everyone. Yeah, more regular streams soon. Maybe this weekend I'll pop on for a little bit. And yeah, I promise I will get something besides Webflow. If you want to grow this stream, I was saying in my mind, like if I got like 10 subscribers, I'll redo the graphics package for everything, make sure I get the alerts and all that stuff. I want to do it eventually. It's just, I don't know. Streaming's a very interesting thing to me. I don't know how much time I should put into it, so that would be a signifier that people are interested in me streaming long term. Because right now I'm have like default graphics, the music's just trash. Production level is just not great. So if you want it to happen, 10 subs, let's go. But seriously, thank you to everyone who came in with questions. And I'll